Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Visitor sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0 to start the new year. First game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team. And boy, they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
Looking left side, has got a man. That's Johnson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Warren will try the right side. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now runs straight ahead with 1. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
By Ernest Jones. A loss of a yard on the play.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for us Steelers.
And off for Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
On the give, it's Warren. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Rodgers. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down.
A 51-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
And I can't imagine that week one was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and we'll show some progress and improvement starting here in week 2.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the Steelers, 1st down.
Here's one. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brought down by Ernest Jones.
Now a run with Warren. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Steelers.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. Now Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd and
Throwing now is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
recovered by the Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Rodgers now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 7.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost.
Thanks, Mason.
Running them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Running left, it's Warren. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, the Steelers called on Corliss Waitman to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
On the run, it's Warren. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
It's a pickup of 46 yards. And the Steelers.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to move back in front. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. This is 2nd and 8. 2
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 30.
They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Watson. 3rd down and 6.
A 2-yard pickup.
Looking to throw.
And 6.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
That's good for the Seahawks.
They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. the 20-yard line.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a gain of 10.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A.J. Barner, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford, and hear his voice in my head. Matty, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And he's up in it after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers have yet again retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out is their quarterback with his offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as they'll try again on first down here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
14 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
second and 2. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. Complete to Austin here over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A short one there to Fryermuth. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime
Our tour
report.
of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on Tampa Bay. And it's the Tampa Bay defense coming up with the big play here. They could only muster one takeaway all night, but it was a big one right here. The Bucs are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And it's the man who missed last year but is back now, J.J. McCarthy. He's going to find his man here, this one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Vikings wind up taking this one by a touchdown. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen. Hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Bills even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up second and
Here's second and 8.
15-yard line.
He finds his man complete. It's Horton. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
A 3-yard gain.
He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now it's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Warren. That's the job. Pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Now Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Warren will score. Touchdown Steelers. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right?
You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting. When you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers. Short one there to Freiermuth. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To throw is Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Walker to start the drive. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, here's Walker. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, it's Walker. Pass the 20. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. It's a gain of 32. 1st down, Seattle.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
On the slant, here's Smith and Jigba. from the 5, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again to the fullback on the dive. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Myers for the Seahawk field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tied the game. They did that. But now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Steelers, first down.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Given 3 on 1st down, it'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. They'll complete this one to Watson. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw, it's Rodgers. Johnson's got it complete. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Again, it's Johnson. They'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. In motion, the tight end. Rodgers again now. And that's going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
37 yards on the punt with no return. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5.
Now back to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be.
He's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And Watson has it right side. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Christian Watson. It's a gain of 6.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And he stopped immediately there. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Throw out wide to Walker. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Horton.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Now,
and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
and he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers to throw. He finds Austin complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their three timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. He can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 40-yard punt giving 3 on the return. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 4. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now 2nd and 4.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
14 more yards. That's another Seahawks first down.
And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba with a grab. And this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now 1st and goal.
16 yards. That's another Seahawks.
Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as